Hello? Hello? Testing, testing. Okay, guys, wait a second. Hello, everybody. Today, it's my Labor Day stream. So, we're going to be playing Five Nights at Freddy's. Anyways, let's go into this. Oh, wait a second, guys. And yes, I am watching my own stream.
Hello, and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I'm here to talk you through some of the things you can expect to see during your first week here and to help you get started down this new and exciting career path. Now, I want you to forget anything you may have heard about the old location, you know. Some people still have a somewhat negative impression of the company.
Okay.
That old restaurant was kind of left to rot for quite a while, but I want to...
Okay, guys, sorry about that. Just little technical difficulties. Guys, let's just go back into this.
Hello, and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I'm here to talk you through some of the things you can expect to see during your first week here and to help you get started down this new and exciting career path.
Okay.
Now, I want you to forget anything you may have heard about the old location, you know.
I don't know
Some people
anything
still have a
about the old
somewhat
location.
negative impression of the company. That old restaurant was kind of left to rot for quite a while, but I want to reassure you, Fazbear Entertainment is committed to family fun and above all, safety. They've spent a small fortune on these new animatronics. Facial recognition,
Also,
advanced
yes,
mobility.
again,
They even let them walk around during the day. Isn't that neat? But most importantly, they're all tied into some kind of criminal database so they can detect a predator a mile away. Heck, we should be paying them to guard you. Now that being said, no new system is without its kink. You're only the second guard to work at that location. The first guy finished his week but complained about conditions. We switched him over to day shift. So, hey, lucky you, right? Mainly
yes,
he expressed
it is a
concern
bit
that certain
late.
characters seem to move around at night and even attempted to get into his office. Now, from what we know, that should be impossible.
Also,
That
there
restaurant
might
should
be
be
this
the safest place
glitching
on Earth.
thing
So
going
while our
on.
engineers don't really have an
That's
explanation for
because,
this, the working theory is that the robots were never given a proper night mode. So when it gets quiet, they think they're in the wrong room. So then they go try to find where the people are, and in this case, that's your office. So our temporary solution is this. There's a music box over by the prize counter, and it's rigged to be wound up
anyways, I'm
remotely.
not really sure
So
if this will stay
every once
on
in a
very
while,
long
switch
time.
over to the prize counter video feed and wind it up for a few seconds. It doesn't seem to affect all of the animatronics, but it does affect one of them. And as for the rest of them, we have an even easier solution. You see, there may be a minor glitch in the system, something about the robot thinking he was an endoskeleton without his costume on, and wanting to stuff in his
What?
suit. So hey, we've given you
Wait, no,
an
it's
empty
not.
Freddy Fazbear head. Problem solved. You can put it on any
Is it only
time
going?
and leave it on for as long as you want. Eventually, anything that wandered in will wander back out. Something else worth mentioning is kind of the quartz modern design of the building. You may have noticed there are no doors for you to close.
What do I do?
But hey, you have light, and even though your
Try like
flashlight can run
this
out of
real
power,
quick.
the building cannot. So don't worry about the
This
place going dark.
isn't my first time,
Well, I
but
think that's it. You should be golden.
it's still
Check
kind
the
of
lights,
cute.
put on the Freddy head if you need to. Keep the music box wound up. Piece of cake. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
I'll keep this on that one. Okay, now we're all by ourselves, so. Oh, phone call. Anyways. Hello, this is a terrible tragedy. I'm doing this one, guys. Wait. Anyways, now we're. Definitely. Phone. Ah, the music box! Phew. I'm watching yet. Except for. I've never been the type of guy who like put the face cam on the bottom or anything, but still.
Hello?
I'm gonna stop doing this.
Hello, and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy
Face cam.
Fazbear Pizza.
Because
I'm here to talk you through some of the things you can expect to see during your first week here and to help you get started down this new and exciting career path.
no, you get. Anyways, you don't have to worry about anything for 2 a.m. So I say you just play a different game because one of them would just keep on glitching. Okay, we're gonna be playing Plants vs Zombies Heroes. And yes, I have new braids. Not right now.
In a little while. First one case.
Which one? The camouflage one? Like, with just the camouflage?
She's afraid.
Oh, I don't know. I seen it a few minutes ago. Anyways, my brother keeps on going on Instagram on his phone. Anyways, my brother keeps on going on Instagram on his phone. Now it's just gonna take pretty long, so I hope this does not glitch like last time. So yeah. Now it's just gonna take pretty long, so I hope this does not glitch like last time. So yeah. And also, yes, Arthur. Yes, he has another phone. No, he's not here anymore. And I do not know if he will be coming back soon. But I will be having a new room tour soon. Anyways, my phone's connected to the internet, so what's wrong? Anyways, my phone's connected to the internet, so what's wrong? Okay, so I guess we'll just be doing reactions then. Let's react to one of my favorite channels. The other one's out. Okay, so I guess we'll just be doing reactions then. Let's react to one of my favorite channels. And I also can't believe that this had not became anything planned. I also can't believe that this had not been anything planned. Yes, Quentin has been using my thing. Yes, Quentin has been using my thing. Anyways, let's do some scamming videos.
Me and my twin sister used to share a single Neopet account, which was a dumb decision because it was completely free to make a second Neopet account, and we already struggled at sharing things in the non-virtual world. But the reason we co-ran our Neopet account was because we didn't want to put our pets through a divorce, and because we wanted to save up our Neo points for a paintbrush. For those of you who grew up with real video games, in Neopets, a paintbrush was a super rare item that would change your Neopet's appearance based off the paintbrush you used. There were Christmas paintbrushes, baby paintbrushes, Guy Fieri paintbrushes, and an invisible paintbrush that just turned your Neopet invisible.
Okay.
Why? When I said that paintbrushes were a rare item,
I know what
I meant
Neopets
it.
are,
You see,
but
your
I never
average
had one.
Neopet paintbrush would sell
Because
for
they didn't exist in
about
my
1 to 2
world.
million Neo points, and the most me and my sister had ever saved up was about 100,000. Why did you spend 3K on food? We're trying to get paintbrushes. It was Flower 67's birthday, and you spent 4K getting that stupid jacket. The jacket is cool, and you know it. One day, my sister went searching in the back alleys of the internet for other ways to obtain a paintbrush. And she stumbled upon this website that said, get free paintbrushes. And all she had to do was enter in her username and password, and they send us a fairy paintbrush. And in a moment of desperation, she entered in the login details of our shared account into a shady website, and you'll never guess what happened next. We log into our account, and there were 3 fairy paintbrushes in our inventory, and just kidding, we got hacked.
Yep,
And we
I
lost
knew.
all 100,000 of our Neo points, and we never got the paintbrush we were promised. But we learned a valuable lesson that day, which was people will try to scam you, so trust no one. We were
No
lucky
one?
enough to only lose virtual money. But some people aren't that lucky. On the internet, you have to deal with people trying to scam you constantly. There's probably comments underneath this very video of people using my name and profile picture saying, click on this link and get a free gift card. And they always
Let me
use
see.
a stupid amount of emojis so their comment sticks out more. I thought it was obvious that those comments were fake, but some people still fall for them. Listen, we need to get one thing straight about our relationship. If I ever use this many emojis, I want you to shoot me. Scammers like to target non-tech savvy people, or what I like to call babies and baby boomers. There's a lot of things you can do to help prevent people from taking advantage of you on the internet, but my rule of thumb is that if something sounds too good to be true, it is. No one's giving out free gift cards, your long-lost uncle didn't wire transfer you money, and you can't get free paintbrushes. You can't cheat the system, that's just life, man. Also, if you ever get a pop-up saying your computer has a virus, call this number to fix it. Don't. A guy with an Indian accent named
Yep,
Jason
that's
will charge
true.
you real money to fix
Go
the
to
virus
scam.
and it won't do anything. Because you never had a virus in the first place. But those are all illegal scams. People go to jail over those scams. Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Millions of families suffer from it every year. However, there are some scams that are, for some unknown reason, completely legal. And
Oh, that's
frankly,
so
I think
unfair.
we should reopen Alcatraz for the people who do these
Alcatraz?
scams. So here's my list.
Alexa,
Top 4 legal
define
scams that shouldn't be
Alcatraz.
legal. The first legal scam is mobile games. I was doing a show with this 9-year-old kid named Araya, and in the show he was going to punch me like this. And one day while we were rehearsing, Araya asked me, "Can I play some games on your phone?" So I gave him my phone, and his dad told me, "Hey man, I don't even trust my kid with my phone." And I thought, what's the worst thing
Okay.
you can do besides tweet something or delete my YouTube channel? But he did something so much worse. He downloaded a free game, and inside the game you could buy a VIP member version that gave you extra lives and more skins. The thing that was a scam was that the app gave you the VIP member free for 3 days, then charged you $6 a week. That's $1 a day, not including Thursdays, to play some stupid mobile game. It's more expensive than a Netflix subscription, and a tasty hot and ready $5 Little Caesars pizza. Now some of you might be thinking, okay, yeah, that's a ridiculous price for a mobile game, but that's not a scam. They tell you how much it's going to cost right there on the screen.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
That's why I
Roughly
always play
0
Fleet
people
Thing.
bought the VIP member pass
Mostly.
because they were fans of the game and didn't mind the price. No one is willing to pay a weekly bill for a game where all you do is this. But 100% of the people who paid for the subscription are kids using their parents' phone and bought the VIP pass because
I
they
think
have
it's
no
gonna glitch
concept
out
of
soon.
money. And you don't even have to enter in your credit card information, so it's easier for kids just to hit the purchase 6,000 gems button. It's targeting kids and I don't like it. Scam. I wish I had the confidence of a mobile game developer to charge someone $312 a year to play their stupid game. My proposal to
Wow.
fix this scam is to
Rude.
ban mobile games entirely and everyone play Tetris 99. Nintendo Online is cheaper than the VIP Club subscription anyway. The second legal scam is college. Textbooks. We live in a
Textbooks?
society
I don't-
where all human
didn't know
knowledge and
that.
misconceptions are contained on the internet. But if you print out that knowledge and bind up the pages, suddenly you made a best-selling book that people are required to buy. There are some textbooks that are just a CD or a code that you need a computer
That's
to even
stupid.
access
So
the
what's
book.
the point of that?
Point of buying the textbook if you have a computer that's connected to the internet in the first place.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that the books are better for people that don't have internet. I know you have an internet connection, because, come on. My solution to this scam is to drop out and make YouTube videos. The third
Wow,
legal scam is
That's
psychics.
rude.
I don't want to debate whether or not psychics are real, because they're not. My horoscope told me so. My belief is that no one can talk to dead people because we're not living in a cartoon. And it just makes me sick that there are psychics who are taking advantage of people who are grieving and are so desperate to talk to their loved ones again that they'll try anything, even paying people to lie to them. Ooh, I burned my finger on that hot take. Now, I don't think that every psychic out there is trying to scam people. Most of them are. But I do think there are some psychics who legitimately believe that dead people use them as a vessel to talk to their living relatives. And in their
Oh, so you're
eyes,
gonna
they are
cut
helping and
one
giving their
of them.
clients closure. exposure. I understand
know
that
what
a
to say.
very small percentage of them are just trying to help. But it doesn't matter because they're all fake. My solution to this scam is that you don't pay a psychic unless they can guess how much money you're going to pay them. Should be close to zero, hopefully. And the
Alexa,
last legal scam
Simon
is
says,
multi-channel
blah, blah, blah,
networks.
blah, blah,
Wait, did you guys hear that?
Blah, blah,
It sounds
blah.
like bridges being burned. When your YouTube channel starts growing, you'll get contacted by a multi-channel network, or MCN, and they'll make empty promises that if you join their network, they can help your channel grow and earn more money. And they'll brag about how many people are in their network, when
Wow.
really that just means there's less of a chance they'll care about you. And all you have to do to join is give them a percentage of your YouTube money every month. And once you sign your soul away, what a network will actually do is nothing. Except take a cut of your money every month.
Oh!
It's like showing your dog a tennis ball and then pretending to throw it, and then when the dog realizes he's chasing nothing, he's already signed a 3-year contract to keep chasing the fake ball. I know this last scam might not apply to everyone watching, but if
And
this
we're
video
gonna
helps
be a
at
good
least one
reactor
up-and-coming
anyway,
YouTuber
so.
to not join an MCN, then it will have been worth it. So that's my list for the top 4 legal scams that should not exist and die. I don't think
Anyways.
this video is going to actually change.
Anyways, guys, it's time for a loop. Oh, jerk. Yeah, I subscribe to myself. Anyways, we're making a loop. Anyways, we're making a loop. Anyways, we're making a loop. Anyways. Oh my god, this is so crazy. This is past crazy. Oh my god, this is so crazy. This is past crazy. Look, it's glitching. Oh my god, this is so crazy. This is past crazy. It's going upside down now. It's glitching. Oh my god, this is so crazy. See, I'm burning your ears right now. It's going upside down now. It's glitching. Oh my god, this is so crazy. See, I'm burning your ears right now. It's going upside down now. It's glitching. Oh my god, this is so crazy. Yep, I made a loop. It's just a loop of me saying this is so crazy, or it's upside down now, or stuff like that. It's a loop of me saying this is so crazy, or it's upside down now, or stuff like that. And now that turned into a loop.
That was it.
Of me saying this is so crazy, or it's upside down now, or stuff like that. And now that turned into a loop. Of me saying this is so crazy, or it's upside down now, or stuff like that. And now that turned into a loop.
Where are my kids?
Is it on the keychain? Of me saying this is so crazy, or it's upside down now, or stuff like that. And now that turned into a loop. Of Okay, now there's the third one. Wait, just wait. Okay, now there's the third It's like everything I'm saying is turning into a loop. It's like everything I'm saying is turning into a loop. Everything I'm saying is turning into a loop. Just look at this madness. Just listen and look. Just look at this madness. Listen and look. I don't know why I should end this madness thing. Okay, when this loop goes by, it will be the end. Run, start! Okay, when this loop goes by, it will be the end. Run, start! Why did that floor? Okay, I finally ended the madness.
Okay, class, spell Wednesday. I don't know how to spell Wednesday. Well, James, just sound it out. Oh, okay. So, like this? No, James, it's Wednesday. You said sound it out, and that's how you sound it out. You think you have it bad? Do is spelled with an X. I think it comes to no surprise that I'm terrible at spelling. I feel like everyone in life falls into two categories. Either you're good at math and bad at reading, or you're weird. And if you've seen my other videos, you know that I'm a math boy. My mom told me that I have dyslexia because she has dyslexia and I have all the symptoms, but we never got that diagnosed by a doctor, so... You can't make me take my meds, Mom. A lot of times what I do to cover up the fact that I spell lower than a first grade level is I will purposely misspell words to the point where it's obviously a joke. You thought I was doing that to be funny, but it's actually because I have zero self-confidence in my spelling and I don't want anyone to point out my mistakes. I mentioned this in a different video, but in elementary school, I was put into an honors program, and everyone had to take spelling tests a grade ahead of their level. And by everyone, I mean everyone except me, because I failed every single spelling test. So I had to take spelling tests that were on level.
No, I'm not gonna do it
To the
anymore.
spelling test, I would have to move to the back of the classroom, and the teacher would stand right next to me. She'd call out everyone else's word, which had like 8 syllables, like anti-disestablimentarianism, and then she'd turn to me and give me my on-level word. James, your word is cat. Also, one year our class did a spelling bee, and everyone had to participate, and like, I didn't even care that I was the first one out. Hey, that's almost my name. Another thing that I mentioned in a pretty old video is that I used to have a speech impediment when I was little. I couldn't pronounce my aw's and I talked like this. I'm good now. Obviously. So every other day during school, I had to go to a speech therapy class.
Okay.
And one day the teacher who taught me how to pronounce my aw's, I'll call her Mrs. Kool-Aid, gave me this sheet of paper with a bunch of raindrops on it, and she said, for every raindrop on this page, say the word raindrop. But then she just left the room, and I said, well, I'm not gonna do this. I didn't say raindrop a single time, because like, no one was even there. No one would have seen me not saying raindrop. So why would I do something that I didn't want to do? But then, the funny part is, when she came back, she asked, are you finished saying your raindrops? No. Well, how many did you say? I didn't say any. You stupid child. I told her the truth for some reason. I don't know why. It was probably the easiest lie in my life to get away with, but that's why I remember this story. I'm still mad at myself for telling the truth. And I had to say raindrop a bunch of times in front of her, and she would only go to the next raindrop until I said it right. And it was terrible. Really hurt my feelings. Since I was struggling with reading and spelling, I had to get an IEP. An incredible, excellent personality, which meant I had to go to a special class for a little bit during school. And the teacher who taught this class was none other than Mrs. Kool-Aid. Oh yeah. I don't know why I said it like that. I don't remember anyone ever telling me I was put into a special needs class. I just remember going into speech therapy every other day, and then those classes slowly morphed into teaching me how to read and spell. I don't know, I thought reading this book would have helped me talk better. 2 other kids were in the reading class with me, and I remember the day when reading for me just clicked. Us 3 were given a simple sentence to read. It was about bees. It was so simple. It was literally just, to defend their hive from wasps, bees don't sting the wasp. Instead, they all crowd around the wasp and flap their wings to raise their body temperature, heating up the wasp until it dies. And then Mrs. Kool-Aid asked us, okay, how do bees defend against wasps? And the other 2 kids said, they sting them. And I said, what? No, you moans! Didn't you read this? Ah! The words in this paper have meaning when placed in a certain order convey information. Also, I never want to get hugged by a bee. So I was in these classes all the way until the 6th grade. I was getting better at reading. It still wasn't great, but I was getting better at it. And one day, Mrs. Kool-Aid said, you know, James, you should try competing in the Battle of the Books. Battle of the Books? Battle of the Books? Battle of the Books! Finally, reading sounds fun! At my school, Battle of the Books was this competition where students were given a list of 4 books to read within a time limit of like 2 months. I don't remember how long it was. And after however many months it was, the contestants would sit in an auditorium and take turns answering questions about the books. And whoever got the most questions right would get a pizza party. And that's where the battle part comes in. We'd kill each other for pizza. And then there were 2 more rounds, each with 4 more books, so there was a total of 12 books you had to read. And we were allowed to be with a partner, so my partner was TJ. Hey TJ, do you remember Battle of the Books? Yeah, man, it was great. Now, you're probably thinking that 4 books in 2 months isn't that hard, especially since they're kids' books. But as someone who didn't read any books on my own outside of school, it was a challenge. But I discovered a way to cheat the system. I discovered something called audiobooks. Instead of having to sit still and read the book, I could just have someone read the book to me. And I would get through the book so much faster.
You just
I'd be able to read a
realized
book
that
in
in
about
6th
hours
grade.
reading a book Never, because I would never be able to finish a book on my own. And I was actually able to understand what was going on. I legitimately thought that listening to audiobooks was cheating because of how well it worked. So I never told anyone my secret. Until just now.
I learned that in
Please don't tell
fourth
anyone.
grade.
Also, I didn't just turn on an audiobook and start
Actually,
playing
third.
video games. No, I sat in my bed next to the CD player and followed along with the book. And sometimes I even took notes. I've wanted to talk about my love for audiobooks for so long, but I can't, because then people will think I'm getting paid by a certain company, but I'm not, and I'll prove it. Instead of wasting your money on quality audiobooks made by professionals, you guys should all check out LibriVox.org, where you can listen to free public domain audiobooks, which means there's only old-timey classical books on it, like Aesop's Fables, which in my opinion is all you need. Anyway, TJ and I did the Battle of the Books, and for one of the rounds, TJ was sick, so I had to answer the questions all by myself, and I never forgave him for that. And also the whole time, I was keeping track of everyone's points, and me and TJ got the most questions right. My math skills are finally being useful. I was already craving the pizza. After the last round, the teacher said, "Okay, I'll tally up all the points and let you all know who the winner is in a couple of weeks." But since I was keeping track of everyone's score, I already knew we won. I turned to TJ and I said, "TJ, guess what? We already..." Oh, this is the round that you were sick of. How did I not notice that until just now? But then, a couple of weeks go by, and I'm not hearing any news about a pizza party. I was expecting to walk into class one day, and there would just be a pile of pizza boxes waiting for me. But that never happened. The teacher in charge of the competition was the librarian, so one day I went up to her and I asked, "Did you ever say who won the Battle of the Books? Also, my favorite pizza is barbecue chicken." And she said, "Oh, these two 5th graders won." So the Battle of the Books was for both 5th and 6th graders. I was a 6th grader, so I went to all the 6th grader battles, but apparently there was some low-life 5th grader who got every single question right and stole my pizza party. And that's
he stole a pizza party.
You don't always get what you want.
Who's your pizza party?
Because one day you'll be an adult and you can buy all the pizza you want without having to read first.
Hello there. Any of you down for a game of soccer? I mean football? This is 100% James. This isn't someone else doing the end card. This is me. This is James. I would never ask someone else.
Go in the room and go upstairs.
Okay, it's time to watch a different video.
Alright, buddy. Hair looks so cool. Can you go give me some water?
From DreamWorks, who brought you How to Train Your Dragon.
He's not dangerous. What? I will make sure you get home.
Are you crazy? It's 2,000 miles away.
You can do magic?
Alexa, off the
There are
phone.
people looking for you. I promised to take Everest home, and he's not home yet.
This is amazing. This is impossible.
Abominable, rated PG.
We all think, Hacker's down in his basement, in his pajamas, eating cereal. It could be anyone. We could have a hacker in this room right now. We don't know.
Thank you, buddy. And then one more favor. Take this plate and all this stuff right here upstairs.
You know, I never really understood trigger words until I got roommates. I hated my roommates. Except for you, Isaac. He watches my videos. Oh, James, you didn't hate your roommates. You just mildly disliked them. Yes, I did. When I first moved out of my house and went to college, the day I moved into my apartment and I opened the front door, this is what I saw. Keep in mind all the buildup that has gone into this moment. First, I had to get accepted into the school, then pick my major and classes. Then I had to find an apartment close to the school and get everything set up there. Then I had to pack everything up into a suitcase, kiss my dogs goodbye, and then be all on my own for the very first time. I opened the door to where I'd be living for the next 8 months, and this is what I see. Someone sleeping on a couch. He was wearing some bright fast food employee uniform. The TV is on. There's a Halo 5 poster hanging on the wall. The sink, counter, and table is full of dirty dishes. There's a big industrial-sized trash can that is overflowing. Inside the fridge, there is an empty box of Dr. Pepper, a bottle of ketchup, and a jumbo Costco-sized pack of...
I have a grandma who lives in an apartment. She has no roommates at all. So James has it really bad. She has no roommates at all. So James has it really bad. And I'm just choosing which thing to watch next.
hot dogs.
Anyway,
Where did all these dishes come
this thing
from?
will
Fun fact,
end
those hot
soon.
dogs were still in the fridge when I left. But the worst thing that was there was about 1 million basketball cards just lying on the floor. I'm not even exaggerating, here's proof. Okay, so I got a single room because I brought all my drawing stuff, and I would feel bad if I shared a room with someone and he had to deal with all my drawing stuff being there, and also I
Wow.
wanted to be alone. Looking back, I'm so glad I got a single room because that room couldn't even fit myself. Literally, I could stand in the middle of the room, hold my hands out, and without moving my feet, I could touch the walls of the room. Maybe I just have long arms, I don't know. I mean, I could settle for a small bedroom, but what made living there so horrible were the roommates. What I didn't realize is that these boys also got private rooms, so that means that they too were socially awkward and kept to themselves, which you might think is a good thing, but you'd be wrong. On the first night of being by myself, I unpack all my drawing stuff and I set it all up, then I turn on the computer and the screen is just black. Nothing was turning on. I tried everything to fix it and it just wasn't turning on. Eventually I contacted the people who made it, sent it in, and then I got it back working. But during that week while the tablet was being fixed, like seriously, no joke, that was probably the worst week of my entire life. I'm being serious. Making comics and YouTube videos was what kept me sane. That first night of being on my own and my tablet broke, I cried, guys. I couldn't even eat food. I was that sad. I hit rock bottom. I remember just watching Captain Sparkles and Game Grumps highlights all day. But then the day I got it back, I was a drawing machine. I posted a comic the very same day. So let's spend the rest of this video talking about these previously mentioned roommates I had. The first person I need to talk about is Isaac. He was the only one that I like, and he's also the only one I told that I made YouTube videos. Now this boy wore Obey hats, he vaped, and he said stuff like, "That's dope." But you wanna know why I liked him the most? Because he did the dishes! Like, me and him did the dishes. It wasn't just him, okay? I'd probably never become friends with him in any other circumstance. Just wanted to say that he was the cool one. I like him. Hi, Isaac. I miss you. I was looking at this post on the internet, and it was where the old memes are today. And for the after picture for the scumbag Steve meme, it looked exactly like my roommate, who I'll just make up a fake name for, Steve for convenience. I'm pretty sure I was roommates with a meme. Just put a fedora on this meme, and boom, that's my roommate, Steve. And it was a very fitting meme, too. This guy wouldn't do the dishes. He always cooked this ramen thing in the microwave, and it would leave this gross juice stuff behind. So then when I would go to use the microwave, it would get my paper plate soggy. So I would have to check every time before I used it to make sure there was no juice stuff behind. And also at night, he watched anime without headphones, subbed. Anime has a certain sound to it. I don't know if you knew that. It's like normal Japanese, but really emphatically. Luckily, it was usually late at night when he started watching, so I would just have to get to sleep before he started and I would be all good. James, why didn't you just ask him to turn it down? I did! One night I went into his room and I said, "Hey man, can you turn it down?" And you know what? He did turn it down for that night. That night. That one night. The very next night, but you know, he wasn't too bad. He would spend most of his time in his room playing video games, and I would spend most of my time in my room drawing. So except for the microwave juice thing, we didn't get in each other's way too often. Here's actually a funny story. So when I was filming the part in the vegan video when I crumpled up Oreos over Reese's Puffs, Steve walked into the kitchen and he saw me filming this sugary vegan concoction, and I just said to him, "Don't ask." Okay, so here's the roommate that I hated the most. His fake name will be Hunter. He was the one asleep on the couch when I first walked in, and he was the one who had collected all those billions of basketball cards. Just basketball cards. And he kept them all in the front room. What's the point of having sports cards when you can't even play with them? I mean, I spend money on Magic the Gathering cards, but that's because it's an actual game that you can play with friends. What do you do with sports cards? I mean, I guess you can leave them in the front room of your apartment. Maybe one day your roommate might make a video about it, though. He left his Mountain Dew bottles on the floor, he farted in public, he'd always complain that Steve didn't do the dishes, but he wouldn't do the dishes either. One time I was tired of doing everyone's dirty dishes, so I bought a big stack of paper plates for everyone to use, but Hunter took the paper plates to a party without even asking me, and he didn't even bring them back. But the worst thing this guy did, one day he told me, "My ex-girlfriend doesn't want our dog anymore, so he's coming to live here." What? So this boy wants to bring a dog in an already very small, cramped apartment. I couldn't believe this. The dog's name was Snoopy, and
Okay, it's gonna.
Hunter would put him in his kennel
Okay,
at
this
night,
video is
but one
gonna
night I was
end
like,
in
"Hey,
3,
Hunter,
2,
Snoopy
1.
can